Nerdy Scribbler. Hello and welcome back to the Nerdy Scribbler. As always, I'm your host, Anthony D'Elia. Today I will be challenging myself with a no outlines drawing. If you like what you see here today, consider subscribing to the channel and giving the video a like. But for now, stay tuned for your Nerdy Scribbler's Scribble session. So this week I decided to challenge myself again. Last week in my Hollow Knight video, I pushed myself to try dramatic lighting in the scene via a lamppost. You can check out that video by clicking the card above. This week I'm trying to implement my style into a drawing that has no outlines. So this drawing was inspired by an idea from my very good friend Kick25. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, so you can follow him on Instagram. Links will be in the description below. But anyway, he wanted me to draw Vaporeon and Jolteon playing in a storm. It's a good idea, the two evolutions of water and electric playing together to create a lightning storm. So, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, I began with the background, which is something I normally don't do at all. I always like to figure out where my characters are going so I can build my world around them. But I've been challenging my art skills lately, so let's move on! I drew up some stormy clouds with the watercolor brush tool and mixed like 50 shades of gray to make a gross mess. No, but all in all, for the first time painting clouds, they looked halfway decent. Everything is blended pretty well, and I made sure that the clouds touch the horizon so the storm looks like it takes up the entire sky. The ground was done with a simple use of the gradient tool, going from background to foreground, dark to light. Then it was a matter of adding a little puddle on the ground where the cute little Vaporeon would frolic, and I added some cutesy little touches of grass around the ground to make it feel less dull. But now we're moving on to the sketches of Vaporeon and Jolteon. I started with Vaporeon's sketch first because I knew where I wanted her to be, the puddle from earlier for those of you not paying attention. I gave a splish-splash pose of jumping into the puddle and a big smile to make her look happy in her element. Then I drew Jolteon jumping around the Vaporeon. I guess he's in more of a falling in style pose because of the way I drew his back leg as if he's descending. Now for the coloring, I stayed true to the no outlines rule I set for myself. Thankfully, these two evolutions have collars around their neck to break up the monotone color scheme most Pokemon tend to have, and the white collars have a nice contrast to the bleakness of the brooding sky. In fact, the popping colors of both Pokemon seem to brighten up an already previously gloomy picture. Finally, I added little details to the background just to add more to the piece. For example, the little splish-splash marks around Vaporeon's feet make the picture feel more alive, like their playtime is happening right now. Also, I put some lightning in the background and airbrushed around it to make it look like it's lighting up the sky a bit. And then I added some rain effects to both in front of and behind the two evolutions. And that ends today's video and another challenge taken down by your Nerdy Scribbler. If you like what you've seen here, hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell icon to stay up to date on all Nerdy Scribbler content. Also, if you really want to help me grow as an artist, you can follow me on Patreon. My question for the day is, what two Pokemon do you think mesh well together? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, my Scribblings.